North East is in a great place in digital media.
With loads of jobs out there now that require you to have IT.
There are about 35,000 people who are actually employed in the North East in something that would be described as an IT or digital job, if you will.
Well, I really wanted to enjoy my job and not just be stuck in something that I didn't really like.
You can forge your own path, and as well as that, you can work on things which have never been seen before.
The IT and the digital media industries, I mean, the easiest way to define them is that basically you're using computers or computer software as your primary tool. Some people will be working on the computer software, the computer hardware. Other people will be using computer hardware and software to build other things, let's say websites, for example, or games, that they then sell on to either clients or to end customers. And what we've shown very consistently over the last nearly 10 years now is that there's actually a very big industry here. It's continuing to grow, you know, and that they need talented people in order to fuel that growth.
I'm Jeremiah Alexander, I'm 27 years old and I'm a games programmer and entrepreneur. I've always known that I wanted to work in games, and so there was really two choices that I needed to make, whether I wanted to go down the art side or the programming side. For me, it was definitely a programming route that I decided to take, and most essential for programming was good maths ability. So that was one of the main subjects that I studied at A-level, and then I went on to study a computer games programming degree at the University of Teesside. Traditionally, a lot of people just programmed in their bedrooms and then ended up working for big companies. Some people recently have gone through universities, and a lot of people also just work in games companies doing testing and use that as a route to get in. And I think more recently, apprenticeships are increasing in popularity as routes to get into games. So I think it really just depends on what suits you.
I was good at a few different subjects, but I chose the one that I knew that I would continue to enjoy. I did maths at A-level, which helps with the coding. It's challenging, and we're just starting out, so we're learning as we go along, which makes it a good thing because you feel like you're achieving something every day.
A master's degree in IT application. I moved here because I thought it was a better opportunity to further my career, because we're going to be working in the console arena, so I thought it would be a better experience for me. Had more strings to my bow essentially when I moved on. It was more of a challenge as well, which was something I'm always looking out for.
The Northeast genuinely is a big and growing employer of leading, companies and people throughout the digital and IT sector. Certainly in terms of technology startups, outside of London we're the #1 region. But the interesting thing is actually probably where the bigger growth is in the non-techie side, in what you might call commercial jobs or marketing jobs. So if you're looking to go into larger, more established companies like Sage, they will have a regular induction programs. They'll be regularly recruiting for graduates, and they'll have a kind of path, a kind of career path through management that they can go through.
I'm Jonathan Peachy, I'm 17 years old and I'm doing a level 3 BTEC in IT. I've always liked IT, so it's always been an interest for me, really. I've liked the idea of computing and programming, all sorts of things like that. You do need maths for certain ideals of the programming, because you do have to add certain things or certain calculations you're required to do, when you create little games. If you're not exactly the best student in school, it's a lot easier to do a BTEC course. You don't need proper C's and everything to get into a level 3 or level 2 BTEC. There's no exams, it's all coursework based, so you can relax while you're doing your work. When I leave, I might go to university and study a more advanced course in programming, because the UCAS points I'll get off this if I pass both the years with at least a distinction, which I've already currently got, can get into a more higher advanced course for programming, which can get me into a better job in programming, or even security design, things like that, software, all sorts.
If you're coming from a science or technical or mathematical background, you'll be, I wouldn't say hoovered up, that might be too aggressive, but you won't have difficulty finding opportunities. And opportunities that I think that'll be genuinely exciting, not just a job, but a job that you may want to devote your career to.
It's very tiring, a lot of hard work, but I look forward to Mondays.